Hey Mark, are you ready to record the show?
Hey buddy, get in here. It's Saturday morning. We gotta talk toys. Yeah, we do.
Yeah, we do.
Saturday morning, we gotta talk toys. How the heck are you, buddy? How's it going today?
Well, man. How are you doing?
Man, I gotta tell you, I've had a pretty rough week. It's been a busy week.
Yes, same.
It's been a busy week, a rough week, and but you know what? I'm here. We're doing it. This is my favorite part of the week.
I've been waiting. Yeah, I've been waiting all week for this.
Yeah, absolutely. I do the same. I feel like Saturdays is my reset button.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't wait.
I need that. Yeah.
I need that reset. Let's see who's here for that reset. We got Brian Carr is here in the chat. Good morning, Mark and Greg. Good morning, Brian.
Just back from his vacay, I think.
Absolutely. Heinrich, let's go. Let's go. Hey, what you drinking? What is that?
Iced tea water. It's like ice water with a tea bag in it.
Oh, okay.
So eventually it becomes tea.
Yeah, eventually. Got Blake here.
Morning. Good morning.
Got our buddy. Good morning, everybody. Elemental Crafting.
Yo.
Blake says, good morning, everybody. Heinrich is good morning, Mark and Smurber. And Brian says, best part of the week. Absolutely.
For sure.
I told you guys I was going to try to get better about doing the show notes. And so I'm definitely going to be doing that here. Let me hide this real quick. For the notes, let's see. Today, we're going to be going over our big double-jointed, double down at the end of the episode is going to be all about the Horror of Einsamall.
I can't say it.
Einsamall.
I blame Jeremy.
The Horror of Einsamall. We're going to be going over the figures, and we're going to be going over which ones you and I picked up. I have to say, this is one of my favorite waves of all time. We're going to get into why. But of course, we've got all of our other fun stuff, planned. We've got some pickups. We got some unboxings. Really cool unboxing for you guys today. Right. I think it's going to be pretty neat.
Yeah,
very special. Doesn't come along very often. So let's jump right into it, so we don't waste your time.
Baby.
Let's get to some Marshalls.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
All right. Got some good ones today. Oh, and by the way, I hope Andy's joining us in the chat.
Yeah, he just jumped in.
All right, good. Yep, there he is. We got William Golden. Good morning. Good morning.
Morning, William.
Andy.
Morning, Andy.
Yeah. Brian says he went all in on Einsamall.
Attaboy. Let's
see if one of the two of us did the same. I'm glad Andy's here because today's name that tune. I dug deep. I sought this one out. But before we get there,
what's funny is Andy, he thinks it's funny when he figures it out, and like the look on your face, he thinks it's funny.
I know. Like he messages me all the time. He's like, dude, I love seeing your face.
Nice try.
Yeah. I've only stumped him once. We'll see.
I'm stumped every weekend. I'm terrible at these.
Yeah, unless it's got Duke and Storm Shadow in it.
Right. Yes, unless it's very obvious.
Yeah, exactly. I would love to do something like Scooby Doo or like Garfield or Heathcliff or the Smurfs, but you can't. Because they're in every every single like
every frame.
They're in every frame, and there's no way I can throw that up there. But yeah, there's some good ones. All right, so let's get into these Marshalls.
Let's do it.
This is Budball. He can spin. Here comes Katie rolling in, and this is Stewie. Where's he been? The Nerffuls. Each character sold separately.
So much fun to clown around, change and rearrange around. Yes, Nerffuls are a ball to be around. Hey, Bud, what would you
Look at this, man. These guys were leading the way with popping and swapping.
I remember those.
The Nurfles. You can collect them all. Little characters like Budball, Katie, and Stewie. Each sold separately, new from Parker Brothers.
I want to point out that I've probably watched 5 or 6 of these Nerfle commercials from Parker Brothers. They don't have a logo. Like, I don't know what they put on the package. I should Google it to see what the packages look like, but there's no logo on the commercial. Like on any of them. And, you know, I thought that they might have been like put out by Nerf because they're called Nerfles and they're balls. They're not. They're put out by Parker Brothers. And unless Parker Brothers owns Nerf, which I don't think they do, but these guys were the pioneers of popping and swapping. You see that? You can make any kind of Nerfle you wanted. It was just a ball.
Brian says that my sister had a bunch of, I was about to say these seem like something that my sister or a sister in general would collect, or you would collect with her, or grandma's gonna buy, you know, you toys that don't have guns with it, so she's gonna buy you and your sister these.
Right, exactly. Just jumping back in the chat, we've got Paul Morales with us this morning. We got Jesse Marshall.
What's up, Jesse? Get marinated.
Let's see. Yeah, who was that? Yeah, Brian says my sister had a bunch of these. Yeah. Andy says I remember these were about the same time the Potato Head Kids came out. Yeah. Have you guys seen that there's like new like fake Mr. Potato Heads out at Target that have other IPs? You know, they're called something like pop culture potatoes or like pop taters. Sounds right.
Had no idea.
But they may do like a, you know, Friday the 13th Mr. Potato Head. You know, something that Mr. Potato Head's not going to do.
Right.
So it's like a potato, but it's got like other IP stuff on it that's like not kid friendly. Oh, Brian's hitting me with Parker Brothers were the creators of Nerf. So maybe there is a tie there. I thought there was a tie. Heinrich, the unofficial executive producer of the show, posted the link in 10 groups. Thank you so very much. Yeah, Andy says, I do think Parker Brothers did on Nerf. You know what just jumped into my head is the fact that Curtis loves our live stream, but we're live, not in the chat. I'm just pointing that out. I don't know if he's still in the shower, but he knows what time we go live.
Yeah, so. I'm actually going to send him a message while we're on the show. Like,
yeah, go ahead and send him a message and ask him WTF. Yeah. What the hey, dude?
Yeah, just really disappointed right now.
That's my new saying after seeing Superman. What the hey, dude? Look at here. Look who is here though.
Captain Fireman. Elijah, my boy.
Look, Elijah's here from all the way. Look how far Elijah came.
Yeah.
To watch the show. And Curtis, come on. Yeah, and like HH says, don't forget to hit the like button.
Yes,
I'm surprised Heinrich is even on the show. He's been without his lovely wife all week, and she just came home, and he's still watching the show. Next commercial.
He's the man.
You guys are going to be singing this song the rest of the day.
They're fast, even off the road. Get the jumping on the rest. Feel the power of the best. Available separately or in a high-speed racing set with 2 hyperdrivers, 16 feet of track. Feel those hyper tires spin. And you've got the speed to win. Talk a hyperdriver fast and ready to race.
I found another commercial where they had partnered with like, you know, Lucky Charms and different cereal brands where you could send in some box tops and get a free hyperdriver driver.
Wow.
Which is always fun. Which, by the way, I know that Valaverse does the action points. Is that what they're called? Yeah.
Yes.
Some of the action points. I just started clipping them. I had a bunch of Valaverse boxes I was getting ready to toss, and I saw the points on the back, and I was like, hey, he has actually done stuff with those before. So
right. Yeah.
I better clip those off and save them. Let's see here. Curtis stayed up an extra late last night chatting. Are you talking about Offworld? Because legend has it that show is still going. MJ Staten, hello Saturday, folks. There he is.
What, Mike?
Is this live?
No, pre-recorded. Sorry.
It's all pre-recorded.
Yeah,
we just have some new AI technology.
Yeah, right.
Automatically reads whenever
we're able to read. Yeah.
When Curtis is in the chat. I feel like I have Hey, before I forget, I did want to touch on this when Brian said I believe my sister had a bunch of these with the Nerfles. Here's what's going to happen, guys. Okay, I'm gonna have to be real with you guys because YouTube is not a endless, infinite, bottomless pit resource of all things 80s commercials. There's only so many. Okay, when I type in 80s commercials on YouTube, like the first, I want to say 100 are all redlined, meaning I've watched every one of them. So eventually, given the longevity of this show, eventually I'm going to run out.
We got to think of something else.
We're going to eventually run out. So I have been purposefully skipping the girl toys because the majority of our chat is all male focused, but many of us had little sisters. I did not. I'm an only child, which explains a lot, maybe to you guys. But I got to thinking, would you guys be okay if I played like some girl commercials? Because many of you guys in the chat had sisters that you'll probably go, oh yeah, my sister had that. And it may still spark a little bit of, nostalgia for some of you guys. Just let me know.
Yeah. Sure.
These ads do such a great job of making us want those toys.
Yes,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Nothing more than, I'm going to be honest, G.I. Joe. Like their commercials were the best or any commercial that created like a very elaborate backyard set that really no kid ever really had.
No.
If you had trails and hills and tunnels and like a river running through your backyard, man, I wanted those toys because I wanted to go and do the same thing. Let's see.
Playing outside was the best.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see here. So Heinrich says Anna and Billy are catching up on nap time on the couch. Anna was in management training class all week, and Billy was at barking board. So Heinrich was playing Bachelor this week.
He was all on his own.
Andy says, remember when the prize in the cereal determined your purchase? Absolutely. Yeah, I would go down the aisle and I'd be like, I want that thing right there. So I guess I'll be eating that cereal for a week.
Yep. Alphabet.
Blake says, yeah, Let's Go Off-World was last night and awesome. We missed you again, Mark. Yeah, that show runs too, man. I love it. Like, I feel honored when Curtis wants to have me on, but at the same time, I'm like, I just go ahead and tell everybody I know, like, don't look for me for like 4 hours because that show it just keeps going. It never ends. I don't know how they do it.
Great show.
It is a great show. And if you're not watching Curtis's travel toy videos, man, they're just they're so much fun.
One yesterday. Great show. Yeah, he was at Lego. He was looking at Legos and stuff. And I'm not even but it was cool.
Brian, you're correct. There are a megaton load of He-Man, Transformers, and G.I. Joe commercials all over the place. But I always feel like I want to try to mix it up and not always do something that I've done before. Yeah, girls with toys. What will they think of next? Yeah, I hope Todd McFarlane's not watching. Speaking of commercials that I know that I've played commercials for this toy line before. It's inevitable, but this was one that I came across last night that I had never seen before because I don't even remember this toy line having vehicles. And so that's why I included it this week because this was something new I'd never seen before.
It is a time when those who control the magic control destiny.
Love Visionaries. Wish they'd make a comeback.
Darkling lords.
Look at this. I didn't know they had vehicles.
They're attacking! Use your mind control power! They've stolen it! Now I'll control their minds, and my magical power will shake the earth!
Visionaries from Hasbro.
Cool.
Yeah. I didn't know they had vehicles. And I had a bunch of these figures.
Did you? I never had any, but I always wanted them. I thought they were very cool. I love the holograms.
The MJ Staten says the Shogun commercial was awesome in the backyard. Yeah, I mean any one of them, like Chuck Norris or Rambo, where anywhere there was like impossible things like that kids would never have in their backyard. Like that commercial right there had like a crack in the earth that opened up and there was light coming. Nobody had that. Like People aren't required to stay the whole time. That's right. People are not. That's right. If you got to go to bed, I'm in bed by 10:30. God bless the off-road guys.
Yeah.
Same, Brian.
Yeah, me too.
Same.
Fridays
Yeah,
Fridays I try to stay up. I was in the chat and off-road a little bit yesterday, but man, I fell asleep on the couch. I was out.
Andy says, Easy Bake Oven, greatest girl toy ever spent so many allowances buying refills for my sister. So she'd make me treats. That's pretty funny. Hey, but what a good brother, man. If you were spending your money on her sets.
Yeah, man.
Brian, Visionaries did rule. I would love it if they'd make a comeback. That would be fantastic. While doing research for the toy page, like Wishbook, I came across a set. I'm not showing it today, but I've bookmarked it, and we're going to get back to it eventually. I came across a set of action figures that I've never heard of, a toy line I've never heard of, very obscure to me. So I'm going to say it was obscure. I've never heard of it my entire life, not only when I was a kid, but never even seen it as an adult. And I think it would make a great Mythic Legions tribute figure. So we're going to get to that eventually. I've teased it up too much, but we're not getting to it today. Let's see here. Where are we in the show? Oh, yeah. It's time for Name That Tune, Andy's favorite part of the show. Let's get to it. I like to call this part of the show, Who's Faster, Andy or Google? That's what I like to call the show. Andy, buddy, I don't know if you heard me say this. I dug deep, man.
Deep.
I don't think you're going to get it. This is a challenge. The gauntlet has been thrown.
Oh, man.
But we'll see. We'll see.
I'm watching the comments.
Let's see what happens.
Who do you are, Goldie? Let me show you.
Oh, I know this one.
So beautiful.
Watch these special effects right here.
Oh, What the hell?
What is this?
I don't know what that is.
I love how William is still talking. Yeah. The Snoopy slushy machine.
Yes.
Dude, I had one of those. That was pretty dope.
Hell yeah, man. That syrup? Forget it.
Man, come on. Just drink that syrup straight.
Right.
Okay, Andy has said it's Galtar and the Golden Lance.
I don't know what that is.
Curtis said Mark went deep for Andy. Yep. I hope to make his toes curl.
Yeah, we do.
All right. Let's
is that the name of a show? I've never heard that before. That girl looked familiar though.
Brian said Andy is correct. She looks a lot like Daphne from
Yes, she had that Daphne thing going.
She definitely had the Daphne thing going. Well, let's see if they're correct here.
Oh, I forgot about this. Remember this now. Oh, we forgot about this show.
No words to this song. I need some words. Rock men banging on the. There's a creature in the water.
Oh, that looks rad, man. I don't remember it very much. I remember seeing her. That's awesome.
Dude, I've never heard of this show.
Watching that.
So apparently the Golden Lance, I don't know. You guys can tell me in the chat.
Andy was like, boom.
Yeah, he's like, light work.
We're a joke. We're a joke to
Yeah.
him.
So his golden lance would split apart like Darth Maul, and he would have
awesome.
2 swords.
And his side, the chick was hot, man. She
had that Daphne look.
Yeah,
all right,
down for that.
Oh man,
You look good. Man. Next time, man.
Yeah, Heinrich says never saw that before.
Up your game.
Because it's Hanna-Barbera. That's right. I did come across another commercial. I don't think I want to say the title, but good God, there was like a complete and utter knockoff of Scooby-Doo. Speaking of Hanna-Barbera, I mean, it was so blatant that it was a Scooby-Doo ripoff, and I was like, maybe one day I'll pull that, because I think, you know, if I pull the right clip, you may not be able to tell if it's Scooby-Doo or this other show.
Okay.
Yeah, Brian says it was a really good show. Yeah. It was made by Hanna-Barbera.
Barely remember. It must have been like 1 season or something.
Yeah, I don't know. I demand that we drug test Andy. He's got to be juicing. Absolutely. You know, the funny thing is when I went to pull the clip, I did because I came across it last night and I was like, I've never heard of this. I was like, this will be a good one. So this morning I go to pull the clip and I type in, you know, episodes, and I got like a playlist of like a whole bunch of episodes. And so I pulled an episode that was labeled. It was labeled Golthar and the Golden Lance. And so I went to edit out a clip, and I had selected a clip. I was like, this is really cool. And then I pulled the clip, and I was getting ready to delete the next half of the clip, and I hit play. And then in the very next clip, like Conan shows up.
What?
And it's totally Conan. Looks like Conan head to toe. And I'm like, wait a minute, that guy looks like Conan. And then somebody calls him Conan. They're like, Conan, what should we do? And I'm like, wait a minute, was Conan in the Golthar show?
Holy crossovers, Batman.
I went back and I scrubbed to the beginning of the video, and sure enough, it was a Conan intro. I didn't even know that Conan had a cartoon called Conan and the Young Warriors. So I was like, maybe for the future, maybe I'll mentally bookmark that. But I was like, cool. Yeah. Now you guys are going to be, you're going to know what's going on. Heinrich says he looked it up. Came out in 1985. Look at this. The Golden Lance from Lansing, Michigan. That's it.
Maybe
Golden Curtis. It's like Curtis and the Golden Lansing. Lance and the Golden Lansing. That's what it is. Andy might be juicing. Get a tester out there. That's right. Yeah. He says, I know. MJ Stan says, I know what you're talking about. It was a total knockoff, like 100%. Yeah. Heinrich says, here we go. 1 season, was not able to watch Saturday morning cartoons from 85 to 90. I was sleeping in from working until midnights. Man, Heinrich is 68 years old. I didn't have a job in the 80s.
Getting that money.
Yeah. Andy says Conan did have 2 cartoons. We need some more Hanna-Barbera Jada toys. We do. I saw, I think it was Unparalleled Universe got in the first monster from the Scooby-Doo Jada Toys wave, and
I saw that.
Did a quick little review of it, and looked good. Yeah, he said there was a cartoon called Conan the Adventurer and Conan the Young Warriors. All right. Maybe next week.
Next time. Yeah.
Maybe next week. Oh, speaking of next week, sorry, Curtis. The next 2 episodes are going to have to be pre-recorded because I'm going to be out of town the next 2 weekends. I apologize to everybody in the chat.
But I made the announcement yesterday that I will tape or have a live show, New to Mythic Lives, before. So I will go live maybe 9-ish. And we'll just talk. I don't know what we'll talk about. I don't know who will be on. It'll be just me, I guess. But and then I'll stop right before our show comes on. Just that way, you know, if anybody's out there that wants some live, you know, Curtis needs that live fix. So yeah, I will step up and do that.
Live is not in the show title. It's not double jointed live. It's just
valid.
Sometimes I would have called the show. I think I said to you at first, didn't I? I said, shouldn't we call it Saturday Morning Live? Because it was a take on Saturday Night Live. But I think you said, you can't do that. There's somebody that already has that title. And I was like, really? Seriously? So, yeah, there is a show called Saturday Morning Live. I don't know when it comes on. I mean, I'm sure it's Saturday morning, but I just don't know what time.
That's all right.
It's all right.
We do.
Yeah, I'd rather give you guys pre-recorded than give you nothing.
Yes, absolutely. And
Mainly because, yeah,
I like to be on the live, or I mean, I like to be in the chat, even if it's pre-recorded. I'll hop on if I'm not doing anything and chat it up with the boys.
I need my weekly reset, which is what this is. It's like my refresh. It's my weekly time to sit down and chat with you face to face and talk toys. So I need that. So it's really kind of for me, honestly. Like even if it has to be pre-recorded and go up later, I still need that, hour or so with you every week.
Me too, buddy.
All right, let's get into it. We have Wish Book. Where's my design? Wish book, wish list, whatever. Yada, yada, yada.
You know what it is.
Let's see. Let's see here. I'm just checking back in with the chat. Would love some Herculoids figures. Absolutely.
Yes.
Herculoids from Jada Toys. And
I'd be in.
What was the I never watched this cartoon as a kid. What was the cartoon that had the guy that was like He-Man? He had a kind of a pointy sword.
Black Star?
Black Star. I was thinking Dark Star. Yes, I would love those. That would be great.
Yeah,
Mark needs 2 weeks to find a clip to stump me. Okay.
He's getting cocky boy now.
Yeah. Travel Toys is my personal plastic fix. Yeah, that's absolutely.
Great show.
Yeah. Both a Travel Toy and Curtis's Travel Toy show. I need both of those in my life. Heinrich says, let me know if you need a sidekick next week. Hey, first glove has been thrown into the the wing.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
Gotta bring Billy though. Gotta bring your dog Billy.
Mark would rather give us pre-recorded than just give us a guest host, which is what he means to say. No. This is not. No, it's not a guest host situation. It's because I am the one who's out and I have all of the material. So I guess
controller.
I guess technically, I could just give you my login, and you could just log in and have a guest host.
It would be the same without you, though, man. You bring it, dude.
Oh man,
I would rather the pre-recorded, and then
it's me and you. Yeah. Now we will have a guest host soon. It'll be in August, right? You're traveling, so
yeah. I think it's that weekend, like the 15th, 16th. I'll be going to South Dakota.
All right. You have relatives out there, right?
Yeah, my sis lives out there.
Yeah. Let's see here. Heinrich says Mark doesn't want any. He acts like Lance from Hanson.
Maybe.
No, I love having Curtis on. I mean, I just know I have to tell everybody I'm not going to be free until about 1:30, 2 o'clock. A pointy sword sounds like a unique sword. That's right. Mm-hmm. So let's get into our wish list. Have a fun page today. Something we haven't looked at before, and that is cops.
Oh, okay.
The Central Organization of Police Specialists. I loved these as a kid. I had a crap ton of them. Man, I love this line. They were a little taller. I want to say they were in that 6-inch scale. I really dug these. They had bottle caps, like the little caps you could put in the back sometimes, or in their weapons a lot. I don't know if they had that starting off. Seems like maybe they did, or maybe that came later. I'm not sure. But yeah, we've got a smattering. We only have a couple of bad guys, but a bunch of good guys. Did you have any of these? Were you aware of them as a kid?
I remember seeing them as a kid and wanting them, but there was, whenever I was lucky enough to go to the toy store, there was too many predetermined things that I was already, like Star Wars or Mask or Lion-O or Thundercats or Masters. So the more obscure for me, things like this line, I was not able to dig into, but they look rad. I would love to collect this line.
I'm really happy that I believe it's what it is. Big Bad Workshop has this license now.
I think so. Yeah, they unveiled what's the guy with the trench coat?
Bulletproof.
Yeah,
he was like their chief or something. Curtis says they were 5.5 inches. and he'd know.
Which
I
is
mean,
a
that's
good
an
link.
admirable.
It's a good link.
It's average, you know. It's a.
Yeah.
Andy says he's going to pull Sundown, Mace, Bowser, and Blitz.
Are those the reindeer from?
There was Sundown and Mace, Bowser, and Blitzer. Yeah.
Sorry.
I think I had all of these figures with probably the exception of Checkpoint right here. This guy in the bottom left corner. I don't remember having him. I do remember having the rest of them. Yeah, so we've got a bad guy over here in the corner called Bullet. Cuckoo, the time bomb expert. Big Boss was the big bad guy. I definitely had him. And then we've got Long Arm is this guy up here. Airwave, I always really liked.
That's
Sergeant Mace.
Yeah, I'm looking at him. He looks cool. I like his color.
Yeah. I think Long Arm was kind of the.
I'm trying to do something in Minecraft and I'm asking Zach to help, but he says no. And he helped me, but he's
very dramatic.
Yeah. Okay. Well, y'all are gonna have to figure it out together. Okay?
I wasn't big for action figures.
Okay.
Like, if a figure had just regular articulation, I would get that figure. You know.
Which one?
I wasn't big on like action features. Like I wanted more articulation. So if action features would limit articulation, then I would pick one that had more articulation.
Yeah, these articulated very well.
Did they?
I remember. Yeah, they would move pretty well.
Long Arm looks good. Long Arm looks good.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a while since I messed around with these, but I'm thinking I'm gonna have to go with Mace and Airwave. Were two of my favorites. I loved their colors and their character design. And then probably Checkpoint, because I never had him as a kid. And
he looks cool. Yeah.
Yeah. And then Bullet. I remember him looking cool. He had this weird bullet shaped helmet.
Yeah,
you could barely see it in the corner. Freaks Figures, good morning. Glad you could join us. Since Bowser is in the copter, him and Blitz count. Yep.
Okay. Gotcha.
Let's see. On this screen, Sundown was my favorite. Yeah, he was cool because, police officer, sheriff.
Where's he at?
That's the officer.
Okay, with the cowboy hat.
It's weird because I don't remember his name being Sundown. Like,
That's a cool name, though.
I don't remember that being like, I wanted to say, like, if you showed me this figure and said, what was his name? I think I would have told you Quick Draw. And then I wonder because there was, when I was at, I don't know, not Toylanta, but whichever one of the Joe things just happened, Joe Fest. There was a company that had like a 3 3/4 inch version of him. And I don't remember if they had the actual license or if it was just a tribute figure. Like, I can't remember what his name was, but maybe it was. I'll have to go back and look because I think I took a picture of that in the package. Yeah, Long Arm was the number 2 guy. He was it was always him. Like, he was the star of the show, and then he was like Duke. He led the team, and then like Bulletproof was their chief. I remember he was kind of like Stargazer to Silverhawks.
I remember them a little bit.
Andy says, hey there, little lady. Yep, Saturday morning drama. Yeah, so here's the deal. My wife is working today, so I have nobody to run interference from my office door. And yeah, my daughter is currently playing with her oldest brother who loves to start drama and our next door neighbor, and they're doing something in Minecraft, and it always causes drama.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody will delete something or change her camera angle, and she doesn't know how to put it back, and then Lord have mercy. Let's see. Freaks Figure says, driving to the bank right now. I hope not to rob it. Got to order a Viacom cat dog bendy figure for my son.
Cat dog.
Don't know what that is, but
you don't remember cat dog? Cat dog.
No, Mark. Hashtag dag mode activated. That's right. Here's my when I am doing. First of all, unless somebody is bleeding or vomiting, if I'm doing a live stream, my extent of dadness is just like, okay, going out. Yep, that's it. Basically, Joe Body's on a 5.5 scale. Yeah, because I want to say like, and somebody correct me if I'm wrong. Were these O-ring? Did they have like the little rubber band on the inside? It seems like I remember that being like they were that kind of like flexible. Andy says Sundown was a Texas Ranger. Yeah,
me too.
I kind of remember them having a rubber band on the inside.
Yeah.
Speaking of O-ring, did everybody see at the Dallas Fort Worth show that Valaverse is going to be making some O-ring Action Force figures?
Saw that. They also have the license to
Splinter Cell.
Yeah,
I'm very happy about that. I am very happy that we're getting a new Splinter Cell game because I love those games.
What's his name? Sam
Fisher.
Sam Fisher. Yeah.
Even though I do believe the actor who did his voice died, Michael Ironhide. Ironhide. Is that his name? It's not Iron. No, Ironside. I'm thinking of Ironhide from Transformers. Jesus Christ. Michael Ironhide. Yeah.
I think he's still alive.
Andy says yes. They were O-ring. That's what I remember. Mark, show them one of the outdoor commercials and hand them a Chuck Norris figure. Yeah, and a shovel.
Go play,
exactly.
Good
Absolutely.
one, Mike. Yeah, you kids go play. Go outside. Play.
Yeah, go touch some grass. All right, let's get to our weekly pickups.
Let's do it.
I don't know about you, buddy, but I got a fair amount.
You rolled, dude. I've got 3, but 2 of them are pretty mighty. So
okay, all right. I think you and I are definitely going to have one of the same ones.
Yeah.
Just showing off a couple of like little small things.
Yeah,
just real quickly. I did get in the oh man, is it the Raider pack or I think it's the Raider pack this week, and I did the review, and so I was able to add the new head to Jaeger and the grappling hook, which we all know that.
Oh man.
You and I are both fans of. I mean, it doesn't work, but it's there. But yeah, that head right there, best Jaeger head, and then that grappling hook, and just kind of change up my Jaeger. I have a second Jaeger. I'm trying to figure out if I want to customize it, do something cool with it. I'm still trying to figure out what I'm going to do with that. But that's one of my. And then I have another. This went out of town last weekend. Went to Pensacola. Mostly bought some comic books, but I did get one toy, and that is the Hot Wheels. Ultra Magnus.
That for a long time, dude.
Man, I've been looking for this since like Christmas. I remember
for you.
Man, I remember when Rob in our chat, Rob Zamora, El Spooky Zorro, got a job at Target last Christmas for the holidays, and I was like, dude, if you see one of these on shelves, because they were just then hitting, and I have never seen one. A friend of mine found one locally, but they only had one. But I finally came across that guy, and I'm very happy to add him to my Transformers shelf.
Heinrich just mentioned it. I was going to say Jose Torres in the Cabal, great guy. He painted his gray, I guess.
Yes,
it looks good. Looks really good.
Yeah, I was actually thinking. I was like in the shower one morning, and I was like, man, I think I will paint one gray and maybe do his armor up like black and silver. And, something like that. And then I got on Facebook that morning, and within the hour, I saw that picture, and I was like, holy crap, that's exactly what I was thinking.
Still have an open mind.
Dude, I mean, personally,
it looks great.
He's the star of that wave, personally.
Yeah.
Just because he hits a lot of things for me. Like, I love his mix of like leather and scale mail. Like, I love that. He's like a highwayman, like spy, thief, burglar. Yeah. He's a werewolf. He's got soft goods. I mean, it just checks so many boxes for me.
Yeah.
Like coming up from Mythics is Kai Pacha.
Yes, that's who I think.
Cat burglar. It makes me think of that figure, and to me, that's going to probably be my all-time favorite. Right. Next to Hallmere Golden Tooth, I think that's going to be my next all-time favorite Mythic, just because it checks a lot of those same exact boxes. But let's see here. MJ Staten World War Herald looks so cool. Yeah, I saw those at Toy Lanta as well. Man, like that stuff looks great.
Very cool. Yeah, if it's got to be 3 3/4 O-ring, that's a great line.
Yeah, that line's crushing it. Chris is super talented with his designs. He's I got some Hasbro Butt Ugly Martians figures out for delivery today. So Freaks Figures, man, he's down with the old school. Yeah, it does sound like he's testing it out for sure. I have the extra Jaeger head in your pile, Smurber. That's brilliant. So you don't need to have the whole pack. You just need that head is the best. Like that head should have come on the figure.
I love that. I'm glad.
Yep. So I mean, most of us do. I started collecting McFarlane Wildcats figures. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that was a cool line. It was a cool comic too. Right?
Yeah, for sure.
All right, those were my little. I have like tiny little pickups. I just wanted to share. What do you got?
I'm super excited for this film next weekend. Is it next weekend already, or the weekend after?
Yep, the 25th. Yep.
Also a huge Silver Surfer fan. So this is Shallow Ball as Silver Surfer. So very excited. I do need to open it. It was a busy week like you. I was so busy. I've got a ton of stuff I need to open. But
I guess that'll force me to show off my next thing. I got to say, these are definitely up for packaging of the year. I love these packages. But I have everything but that. I got in the whole wave but her from, it sounded like I said butt hurt. But we have Mr. Fantastic.
That head sculpt, dude, is...
Yeah, it's pretty dope. Seen so many people put that on a Mando body, and it looks great. We have Johnny Storm.
That's the only one I wouldn't get, I think. I like the Flame.
See, I like the Flame too, but I would rather have all four of them like on the shelf, like standing like that, and then put him up in a flight pose.
Yeah.
So we've got Burning Johnny.
They look great. They look great.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I can't wait for that.
Dang. I only wish that they would have come, like they would have added his bearded head, but maybe that was like, maybe they were thinking, well, that's a spoiler and we don't want to spoil it, but then they stuck it in the trailer. And then Sue, of course.
Sue, Vanessa
great.
Kirby.
And I love her. She's such a great actress.
That just reminded me, somebody had mentioned it in chat. I think it was Heinrich. A big thing fan is our boy, Corn Boy. It's his birthday today.
Oh, dude, I actually had that in my notes. I have birthdays because it was his birthday and somebody else too.
And Tobin.
Yeah.
Big Goblin guy. Great guy. So happy birthday to those guys.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up because I did have it in my notes and
it reminded me of seeing the thing because me and him are both big thing fans.
So I love the Fantastic Four. I like a concept. I can't say that I read a lot of Fantastic Four comics as a kid. I didn't like any of the movies that have come out. Really, like they've never really got it right.
Yeah, they're not.
Yeah. I've always said that my favorite Fantastic Four movie is the first Incredibles.
Yes, 100%. 100%.
But I'm super excited about this movie. We're not going to be able to see it this week because we're going to be out of town. We're going to watch it next week with our kids. We're going to take everybody to go see it next Tuesday night. So it's going to be a while before I get to see it. But dude, I mean, basically, Hot Toys just like let the huge cat out of the bag.
Yeah,
I mean, they did everything. They've shown off Galactus. They've shown off all the. Dude, I mean, I don't even know how. Like, so much.
HasLab Galactus is a little bit bigger though. So
yeah, it's still bigger than what.
But man, amazing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, John Byrne, love John Byrne. Run of Fantastic Four was great. I agree. And welcome, Trevor, in the house.
Look at that. Absolutely, there he is. Thanks.
Yeah, I have loved Fantastic Four since I had the lunchbox when I was a kid. This was like the 70s, back when Battlestar Galactica was. Anyways, so I had the lunch pail and I would take it to school and I loved it. And I remember, I don't know why, I think I ran outside to play when I got home from school and my dad ran it over ran over my little lunch pail and he picked it up and showed me. He's like, look, this is what happens when you leave your stuff. And he threw it away. And I was just like, so
Dang.
I know, man.
Yeah, I'm very excited for that movie because it looks very
Looks great.
authentic. It looks very. I love the time period that it's in.
Yeah.
I don't have the Fantastic Four in any form on my shelf, so I'm glad that the movie versions have very comic accurate suits, or what feels to me like comic accurate suits. Like
Right.
they're nice enough that they're comic book enough to where, like, when I
Yes.
glance over and look at them, I'm like, yeah, that's the Fantastic Four,
Right. They're not in like black leather or something stupid. They're in
Yeah.
the blue classic blue and white, which they
Yep.
should be. They should.
Yeah. So
yeah.
I'm excited. So what I'm
Superman
going to
is
do.
great, and now hopefully
yeah.
Fantastic Four is going to be just as good.
I've seen Superman twice now, and probably going again before it's out of theaters.
Right.
Yeah, and I also for next week, I will be out of town on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, but I'm going to schedule it to go up. So what's going to happen is next week, every day next week, I'm going to do a review of a Fantastic Four because I have 5. There's 2 Johnnies, so I'm going to be doing one every day. So look forward to that next week. All getting together. Let's see. Do you have anything else?
Yeah, I've got 2 big things.
Okay. Then let me get through some of my smaller
Yeah, go
stuff
for it. Yeah, go for it. I've got nothing else.
pretty quickly. Did a review of this guy this week. This is the Hasbro Legacy
Nice.
Collection Firefighter. They're just now hitting targets. I am going to, if I see another one of these in stores, I am going to grab it because I need 2 of these. These are awesome. Way more fun than they should be. So totally good. And then also I got the Black Suit Neighbor from Muff Toys or CT Toys. I don't know. Not Muff Toys. I'm sorry. Mess Toys. It says Mess Toys, but CT Toys has been promoting it. So I don't know if Mess is part of CT. I have no idea.
For the figure.
It is. And honestly, it's kind of a mess. So it kind of fits. It's basically it's not a knockoff Rebel Tech Spider-Man, but it is. It's a third-party black suit Spider-Man based on a Rebel Tech body, so it has a lot of the Rebel Tech joints. It does kind of pop apart a little bit at the knee, the hips, the waist. So it's kind of finicky when you go to pose it, but man, it looks good. The joints are tight; they do just pop apart because of the way they're designed. And so yeah, but it's fun. I don't think I'm going to do a review of it, but I've done some posing videos and posted them up as a short. It's on Instagram and on YouTube if you want to look. But he poses nice and he looks good. So, and then let's see here. I ordered this from overseas and finally got it in.
What you got?
This is the Jada Toys blue version of Guile. This was a Target exclusive, first sold here in the States at, I believe, WonderCon or something in California. I believe it's where it was. And then it was supposedly right after that, it went up on Target.com and it was sold in stores. I've never seen this in stores. I never saw it hit Target, but I did order one from overseas and get it in because I've been looking for that guy for quite a while. And then one more Hasbro, and then I'll save my next 2. Finally got this guy in, which is ridiculous. And just to show you how big this box is, this is a standard Marvel Legends box.
Wow.
And there's that guy. So yeah, it's ridiculous how big this thing is. And but yeah, this was just it's like 11.5 inches. So that's like, I mean, $60, but you're basically getting a Hot Toys style, like sized figure.
Yeah,
it's crazy. Yeah, that's monstrous. All right, what else you got?
So Valiverse was having a big sale for 4th of July. So
Yes, they
I
were.
pulled a trigger. I also ordered something for you in my thing, but I got me a muddy Vanguard.
Nice.
And I did get the hull set, but I just wanted the roll cage in the front.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't really want, I mean, I like the doors, but I didn't put the doors on. I didn't put the cow thing on or the front windshield. I kind of like, kind of basic like me. But the missiles, you know what was cool though, and I wanted to give them props is when you order your Vanguard, you have the option to order a turret. So I guess the turret on the first versions of the Vanguards didn't aim upwards.
That's right.
And so Bobby said, I will redo that and you can order a replacement set for free. So I just added, I'm like, I'll do that. So I added a tan to my order, and it worked, and they sent it. So thank you to Valiverse.
And it was free?
Yeah, it was free. Yeah. That was
nice. Fun. Very cool.
Yeah, very cool. So I love this. This is my second one, and it's just a fun figure. Even if you're not a Valiverse person, this thing,
I mean, you could put anything in that. You could put your Mezco 112 figures. You could put Marvel Legends, G.I. Joe, like that. You can.
I trim my nails. I can't open it. But yeah, there's so much cool stuff. The back opens.
So you got the tan turret to do the turret on your tan version, but you got. Okay, I got you. Yeah. So this one you did the missiles on the top.
Yeah, so I have the turret on my the tan one, but this one I wanted to show the back because you could put a machine gun with a guy in there, but my gun popped off. So
yeah,
but it's got an arm that you can basically pull out here with put the machine gun on there.
And if you do decide to put the hall doors, the armored doors on, they come with the little nubs to where you can put that gun in the back doors. Really? You can take the windows out, and the door has a little arm attachment nub on it, so you can put the swing arm on the door and like fire out the back of the. Yeah, each one of those missiles comes out. It's pretty great.
You got to do the sound though when you do it.
When I got mine, it was an all-in bundle, and I didn't have to order the turret separate. I got both turrets in the box.
Yeah, no, I did too. But I'm just saying it was cool because I'm like, I'm just going to try and order a tan one for my first.
Oh, so what you're saying is that one came with both of the gray turrets.
Yes.
Whereas the other one, you ordered it and got it for free. I got you. I understand.
Yes, so they included it with my order. A tan turret, even though I bought, and so they gave me 2 turrets. I'm just saying it was cool.
Heinrich picked up on that. I miss, Operation Monster Force figures would fit in that absolutely.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and the steering wheel does move the front wheels, so that does. And in my review, I said that the seats don't move, and then a lot of people pointed out in my review that the seats do move. I just couldn't figure out how to do it. And I tried to move the front seats and they felt stationary. Mine did not feel. So I don't know if there's like a button or something you're supposed to push down to make the seats move, or maybe I just wasn't pushing it hard enough. But so many people said, yeah, the front seats actually do move. And I'm like,
you got to push hard. I mean,
you got it. Yeah, absolutely. Let's see. Blake showed his last night. Amazing what you can get for that price. Bobby's doing a great thing.
Yeah,
he really is. The price has come down from what it was originally offered at. You can get an all-in bundle and save some money, which is great. And then also free shipping.
Right. Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, 4th of July sale, and I think it was like 20%. So I ordered that, and I ordered your blowback, and it came out to like 160 or 170. So it was
right. Yeah, that's great.
Basically, figure was free.
I just pre-ordered, or not pre-ordered, but I ordered another Sidewinder, and because I had it and then got rid of it, and then Trigger. So I have those coming.
I like Trigger. I think he's a cool.
Yeah. Order those from Articulated Empire, our buddy Steve. Yeah. Okay. I have a couple of more pickups.
Okay.
And then I think we'll show off our last pickup together.
For sure.
I got in my art 1/12 scale Batman from the Dark Knight trilogy. So I got that in, and I have a custom cape coming that's wired. So I think I'm going to wait until that cape comes in before I take a look at that guy. And then I got the final figure from Savage Crucible Wave 2, which is Krieger the Shunned. And I can't wait to open him up and mess around with him, because I'm having a lot of fun with this wave and the popping and the swapping and all the stuff. And yeah, man, just having a really fun time with that wave. And then my last big thing is your last big thing. So let's see if we can do this. What? Get out of town. Look at this. It's ridiculous. This is the year of big, huge vehicles for me.
It's a monster. It's a monster.
This thing is enormous.
How long is it? It's
oh god, I don't even know. I have this wing off because I wanted to get close and show you guys. So this is my favorite thing about this. There's a panel right here that is removable, and it's got battle damage on it. So you can have a regular, panel here with no battle damage, or you can have this panel with battle damage. And what I wanted to show you was the third setting on the lights. So the first button, the lights light up in the cockpit, and then you'll notice that the lights turn white on the sides right here. If you hit it again, the lights on the side will change to like a takeoff mode. So it looks like it's getting ready to like fire up and take off. And if you hit it again, let's see, is it doing it? It takes a minute. Check that out.
I love that.
Dude, like the burning effect is absolutely crazy.
Yeah, that lighting is awesome.
It's like it's on fire, but then there's like an electrical sparks, also going on. Just freaking ridiculous. Like, I was putting this thing together, dude, and I don't know if you guys can see, but I have stickered this Joker out. Like, I have got so many freaking
Yeah,
stickers.
I haven't stickered mine at all yet. I need to.
Dude, I spent like an hour the other night just putting stickers on this thing.
Yeah, they give you like sheets, multiple sheets.
Yeah, lots and lots of stuff. That's really cool. Which also brings me to another topic, is that I pre-ordered the Snowcat this week.
Did you?
I did.
Man.
I did.
Dude. Yeah, it's awesome.
Now that's HasLab level tech. It is. I think they really go all out on their HasLabs. I know there's some hemming and hawing about if they did that or not with this Snowcat. I actually am more excited about the Snowcat than I am any other HasLab Joe vehicle.
Really?
And I have them all. I have his tank. I've got
this is the only one I don't have, and I still kind of want it. So eventually I'll trade or get one on the secondary at some point.
Brian, you're not alone. I have a friend locally who just lives like 20 minutes from me, who hasn't gotten his shipping notice yet either for his Rattler.
That bums me
because I kind of thought maybe they would ship them all like in the same area, like they were maybe doing them regionally. And he still doesn't have.
Brian, if we were neighbors, you come over and play with it, dude.
I also have a friend that lives in Memphis, and I think he's a huge Joe fan. He orders the max number of all of them. So he got 5 hisses. He had 5 dragonflies, and he got 5 rattlers. He still doesn't have his shipping notification. So it's definitely not the people who ordered more either. Like that.
The box is massive. The box is
huge.
It's like 27 inches, I think, and heavy.
Yeah, it's a beast. It is a beast. Yeah, it came in and my wife was like, "What in the hell is that?"
You order?
You don't.
Small
like, you don't want to know. You don't want to know.
I've got no room, but I'm like, I'm opening. I always wanted this as a kid, and I got it, and now I don't know what to do with it, but I got it.
Yeah. And my plan was to hang it from the ceiling. I still plan on hanging it, but
make sure
I don't know, man. I do not know.
Heavy duty.
I don't know. Now that I see it in person, I may not.
Can I ask you something about it? Because they give you a really strong, sturdy stand, but have you put it on its wheels?
I have put it on its wheels. Yeah, I had it on its
good.
wheels. Yeah, for quite a while before I put the stand together. I do have the stand. I'm not going to leave the stand out because I still think I'm going to hang it. The stand is nice. I didn't put stickers on it because I don't intend to use it. But what I love most is that the base here slides open, and then you literally can put all the parts and pieces that you don't need in the base. That's the best thing. Like, honestly, I love that. Like, even the ladder is in here. Like, my ladder is in here because you don't want to put this stuff in a box and then put the box away in storage and then oh man, I need one of those things for the missiles. Like, there you go, you have it. It's all there and it all fits in the base. And then they got dog bones on the side so you can put all the stuff. If
dog bones.
I think that's what they refer to them. Like,
I don't know. It makes sense.
No. I mean, that's what Lenny and the guys on the Joe thing. That's what they call it. The dog bone clips. Yeah.
I love that the base has a little drawer that you can put, all the little odds and ends in. It's a worthy purchase. If anyone, if you find it on the secondary market at a good price, It's a beast. It's huge, but it is worth every penny.
I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility now, Heinrich, honestly, that they would do a 6-inch scale Sky Striker. If they're going to do a Rattler, why not?
I would probably be in on that. I would probably be in on that. Or a whale.
Yeah.
At Hovercraft.
MJ Sutton says they were the first to add sausages to toys. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're right. So next year will be a race to who gets the sausages out first. Is it Hasbro or Mythic Legions? Which that came up in the Legions reveal of Einsamall. Einsamall. There we go. We're going to get us some 6-inch scale sausages no matter what. Heinrich says he is still waiting on his Rattler.
Sorry, Heinrich. Sorry, Brian.
Yeah. Brian says, I'll be right over if I were closer, and I'll bring the his tank.
Dude, right. That would be a great day.
MJ Sutton says, Wild Weasel was my favorite figure when I was a kid. He was one of my favorites as well.
Wild Weasel.
I don't know how I wound up with one. I ended up with a Wild Weasel, even though I never had the Rattler as a kid. I wound up with one. But that's a very good segue to our openings. So let's get to our unboxings.
Let's do it.
Because I'm going to be opening Wild Weasel, and you're going to be opening the Baroness.
Absolutely.
From this set. And you know, it was so funny because Andy had a really good comment this week. Andy said, because that Baroness is so cool, that poor Cobra Rattler gunner's not going to ever make its way into the gunner station. Actually, mine will. This is exactly who will go in my gunner station because the Baroness is so cool. I want her on the shelf. Like, I want her out and displayed. But I am very devastated that, as a huge fan of Wild Weasel, that other people who are fans of Wild Weasel won't be able to get their hands on this figure unless they get a Rattler.
Yeah, that is a bummer.
I do hate that for everybody. I even jokingly said that I pre-ordered the Rattler. I backed the Rattler just so I could get Wild Weasel. That's not entirely true. The Rattler is pretty awesome. There's a lot of really cool stuff with it, but
this is a huge selling point, though. For me, the Baroness and Wild Weasel was huge for me.
Yeah, I definitely think that the Rattler has the best figure offerings of any HasLab.
Look at that head sculpt. That's insane, man.
It is the best Baroness head sculpt they've released.
Could you be louder on your opening? Though?
I know, right?
There we go. We need some ASMR. Yes. We need that sound.
So one of the cool things is if you check out his thighs, so they have these two little holes right here. And the cool thing is that if you want him to look like the old school figure, it does have the little leg maps and so like he has the information on his thighs. So when he's sitting down, he can read the maps. And I love how Andy pointed out in our chat, which this was something that I knew, is that the original G.I. Joe Wild Weasel had a little map. And on the map, it was a map to, was it Mattel's headquarters? It had like a little state and then a little star on the map to where it was like they were going to bomb Mattel's headquarters, which I thought was pretty cool. So to me, this is how Wild Weasel has to be. Uh-oh, check that out. There's no other option for the pants. But if you don't like these, they do have these little black inserts that look like straps. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this on camera. Because, I got lucky because they are keyed. But you can pull them out and just put the black filler piece. Like the strap is going around the leg. And then like you don't have to put the maps and stuff. But I mean, why would you not? That's just one of the things that makes Wild Weasel cool.
The maps are the coolest.
I just think they're so dope. This head sculpt is amazing too, by the way. Check out this head sculpt. Look at the battle damage. So he's got, I guess, like maybe like something exploded in the Rattler cockpit, and then it is like shattered his helmet and cut his face. So he's got some battle damage on his head.
Yeah.
And to go along with that, they have 2 styles of helmet. So they've got the regular helmet and they've got the battle damaged helmet. It's got some battle damage right there on the side. And they have 2 masks that go around the bottom part. They have a regular version and then a battle damage version. Here's the battle damage version. Let me put it together. Show you what that looks like.
Nice.
There's the battle damage head or
that
helmet.
helmet was always so damn cool too.
He had one of the most iconic helmets. Like when they showed that this guy was going to come with no helmet, I mean, his helmet was removable and he was going to have a face underneath. I was like, why? There's no need. I mean, I'm glad you're doing it. Don't get me wrong, but there's no need.
Extra, but yeah, not necessary.
Because to me, it's cooler that Wild Weasel has that because it's kind of like you don't know who he is. Like you don't know what his face looks like underneath. So this is kind of cool. Like here's Wild Weasel with his mask on. I haven't put the hose on. He does have a rebreather that goes on, little air mask, and it kind of like plugs in. He has a little hole right here on the side where it plugs in, so you can plug in his mask. The little.
Here's her helmet.
Oh, I love that pearlescent metal like on the visor.
Looks great.
I haven't opened my Baroness yet or my Gunner. I only opened up Wild Weasel because he's just my favorite. So yeah, there you have it. There's his little air mask or his little air tube plugged in. I just think that's dope. Now his chest piece is a separate piece. This little harness, it's a separate piece. It's loose and it doesn't meet in the back. And I wonder if you could put like one of the parachute packs, maybe from the Night Force Airborne or Crazy Legs. Is it Airborne that they put in the Dragonfly? Maybe you could put on one of their backpacks if you wanted.
Yeah.
Has a little holster on the sides because he does come with a pistol.
The magazine comes off or out of her gun, which I like.
Look at that right there. That is, man, incredible. Absolutely incredible.
2 pistoles. And she's got the holsters on either side of her hips.
Oh, Andy says, sorry, it wasn't Mattel. It was Kenner. It was a topography map of Cincinnati. Yeah. Yeah, same with Big Boa. Unhelmeted head, not needed. Yeah, that Wild Weasel, he does look really good. And then, real quickly, I'll show you guys the Gunner. I did pull him out. I didn't pull out Baroness because I knew you were going to open her. We'd already talked about it.
Yes,
but I did want to show, here is the Gunner that comes. He's got like 2 pistols. He's got a little submachine gun. He has like the little bottom part of the air mask, which is the same as Wild Weasel's, the same air holes. And like all of that. 2 different styles of head. So you've got like a lighter skin tone and then a darker skin tone. And then I will kind of show what he looks like real quickly. He looks great. He's got the same kind of harness that Wild Weasel has on. It looks like, yeah, it's the exact same. It looks like it's the same exact build as, yeah, it is. For Wild Weasel, because look, it even has the little holes in the pants.
Same figure, just different
color. Because there they are. There's the little inserts, so you could fill them in. So you could give him the maps if you wanted to. He does have 2 holsters because he comes with 2 pistols. I like the little T-shirt and then a little red bandana around his face. And if you want to pop his helmet on, looks like that without the air mask. So that looks pretty dope.
Yeah,
let's cool. Give him the air mask just to. It's the same bottom as the other, as the Wild Weasel one. Some people are speculating that this might be like. I don't think anybody is thinking that the Snowcat's not going to fund because it's over 7,000 now.
Yeah, it's already 7,000, and there's still like 30-something days left.
Yeah, it has to go to 8,000. But I do think people are speculating this might be the first time that all the figures don't fund all the tiers. It's possible. It's very possible. Yeah. But yeah, there he is with the bottom part of the air mask on. or flight helmet or whatever that's supposed to be called. I don't know my military terms. If you want military terms on your Joe figures, you got to go to B's Battlegrounds for that. That dude knows his stuff. Which I appreciate. I appreciate somebody that was actually, in the military, reviewing stuff like Joe's and like Valaverse, because, he can say, oh, that's what this thing is supposed to be, and this is how it's supposed to look, and then this is completely made up, and this is what it's called, and like I appreciate all that kind of stuff.
We got her sunglasses on and her
dude. Look at that.
In a bun.
So I'm assuming the sunglasses fit the figure, whether or not she has the long hair or the short hair.
Yeah, you got to kind of jam it in under her hairpiece. She comes with 3 different hair pieces, and then she also has the ear deals. Yeah, I do too. But a lot of she comes with like 4 different looks. She comes with 3 different hairs.
Speaking of technical terms, Greg's busting out all the technical terms this morning.
Yeah.
3 hairs.
She's got
some ear deals.
The ear things. She comes with the helmet. The 3 different hairs. The only thing she doesn't come with any extra hands. She's just got the
no extra hands in any of these guys either.
So that's just kind of a bummer. But other than that, I mean, what a figure, though. Fantastic looking figure.
Yeah. I stand by it. I think that has the best grouping of figures of any HasLab so far.
I agree.
If they do a water moccasin, I might get that. Yeah, me too. I would very much love for them to go back and give me another Zartan and the Chameleon and another what's our guy? I love that guy with the water moccasin. What's his name? I'm drawing a blank. I always draw a blank on that guy. Copperhead. Copperhead. That's
I like Crawdad better.
Yeah, Wild Weasel Rocks. Yeah. Hey, whenever they do a Sky Striker, how many people will do the build a squadron and put the Aces of Aviations in there? That would be really cool.
That would be cool. Yeah, I need to pick those up. They've got Wave 2 now.
See, the bonus figures for Snowcat are weak. Yeah, I agree. Greg and I had some much better.
I like Lady J. I would buy a Lady J.
But I would rather get characters.
Give me a Quinn.
We haven't. On now. Yeah, we need Quinn, like you talked about. That would be great. That's a perfect figure to throw in that set because, it's such a deep cut to where if you don't get it, it's okay. But if you do love that character, that's probably the only way you're going to get him. And then, give us another, I wanted Stalker in the snow gear. I wanted, it's just. Yeah, I agree. They are some. I do like the bivouac though. I think that was pretty cool. Yep, Rattler probably has the best extras out of HasLab. The Snowcat extras aren't nearly as strong, but it might hurt overall sales. Yeah, that's right. And Copperhead. Yeah, Copperhead. Yeah, sorry guys, my memory it's slow to get going, but it's there. That name's locked away somewhere.
Good unboxing.
Yeah, check this out. No internship, no Rattler, but I got laundry folded, so there's that. Yeah. Hey.
I'm with you on that, William. I'm with you.
Yeah, I'm with you too, buddy. I did not get the internship
either, but a few of our friends did. Terrence,
half of our chat is going.
Terrence's son, one intern, didn't look super excited, but Gina is going, and so is Terrence, and then Rob, our buddy Rob Zamora in the chat, he won, and he's taking Brian with him. So that's so full circle and awesome. I love that. Yeah. And our buddy John McGovern. Yep. Also
John, I think is still trying to find out if his brother is going to go, and if his brother doesn't go, I think it's going to come down to me and Jeff, and he may flip a coin or do a wheel of names just for me and Jeff, and we're going to do something to try to figure out. So we'll see. I am trying to say that there's a 10% chance I might be going to internship with John. We'll see. If you know Quinn, then you know Quinn. All right, let's get into our double down because, hey, you and I have already hit the 115 mark, and we still have yet to talk about Einsamall. So let's get into it.
What a wave.
What a wave. I am all about this. You know, for me, this has got to be the most excited I've been for a wave in a long time because some of you may know I draw comic books and I am a huge fan of Beowulf, and I have done 3 graphic novels based on Beowulf, telling the original story of Beowulf. And to me, this is a very Beowulf inspired story. If you know the story of Beowulf, you know, basically a village, a mead hall is beset by this terror that comes out of the snowy mountains and ransacks his mead hall every night, killing his soldiers, his warriors, and he calls for help. And his pleas are heard by Beowulf, who lives in the north, and he comes across the sea and he shows up and he says, I'll take care of your monster for you. And he goes off to kill the monster and then find out that there's a greater threat lurking in the mountains, which is Grendel's mother. He kills Grendel's mother as well and is showered, riches are showered upon him by the king.
It's also Angelina Jolie. So, I mean,
yeah, in that particular take. So I remember last year at Legions Con, this was the first and only time I have ever spoken to Cornboy ever, which, like we said earlier, happy birthday, buddy. And I bumped into him, and he was wearing like the Frankenstein monster t-shirt. I had the Frankenstein monster sticker on the back of my phone. I showed it to him, and I was like, I just have to ask you, is there ever a chance, maybe in Figura Obscura, that we'll ever see Beowulf and Grendel? Will this ever happen? And I'm like, this is off the record. I'm not going to tell anybody except for everybody here that I've already told. And he was like, I don't think you're going to be disappointed, is all he said. That's all he said. He said, I can't say that it's not coming. And so I wonder if this was what he meant, or will we actually get a Figura Obscura 2-pack with Beowulf and Grendel one day? I don't know. But I'm going to assume that this is what he meant. He was talking about this storyline, which is the Horror of Einsamall, which is basically a small village of Einsamall has been beset by this monster that comes and terrorizes its people and kills its people, its villagers, its animals, and then disappears into the snowy north. They send out the message that they need help, and then a small band, like the Castle of Four Sides, hears the pleas of this village and sends out a little band of warriors to go and deal with the terror. And then they get there, and then they meet some characters, and then they have to face this monster. And so that's basically the story. So it's very Beowulf inspired. So let's see here. Oh, Brian Carr, geez, man, you're the best. Shout out to El Spooky Zorro for the invite to intern, and congrats to John, Gina, Liam, Yep, and Terrence, because he's going as well. And then Curtis says, I have absolutely no use for that Vela armored vehicles, but I want it badly. Well, you just missed 2 incredible opportunities to get it for a really good price. It's very 13th Warriors, Eater of the Dead vibes, which, by the way, is a retelling of Beowulf. Michael Crichton, I believe, wrote the book called Eaters of the Dead, which was then turned into a movie with Antonio Banderas called The 13th Warrior. So all of that is a retelling of Beowulf. But in that version, Eaters of the Dead and 13th Warrior, instead of there being one monster that lived in the woods, there was it was a band of cannibals that lived in the woods. And so people thought it was one big monster, but it ended up being a group of people who did that. Also, in that, they said that there was this fire snake that would snake its way down the mountain every night and like descend upon the villages. But that fire snake ended up being those cannibals walking through the woods in a single file line with torches. And so, yeah, if it's Beowulf related, I've probably read it and watched it, because I had to do years of research before ever doing the comic. But that just kind of came natural, because I read it first in 9th grade, and I fell in love with it. And I just read every version I could ever get my hands on. Every iteration, every interpretation. I'm all over it. So let's get into it, because this is a fantastic wave. We got some figures to talk about, and then we're going to talk about pricing at the end. We're going to talk about what you got, what I got, and we're going to see how it goes. So number one, we have Halvar. Let me get back to. So we have Halvar the. What I thought, where are my notes? Got to get to my notes. Hey, while this is going on, Greg, I'm going to be dealing with the notes, and I can't have the chat open when I do that. So can you respond to anybody in the chat that has a question or anything? All right. So we have Halvard of Frothfar. He is going to be one of your standard figures here. And also he is going to be at that $42 price point. For a basic figure during the time of the pre-order. And we're going to talk about more about pricing towards the end. This guy looks great. This is going to be my stand-in for Beowulf. Look at all the stuff he comes with, man. This is just incredible. Comes with a lot of stuff. The shield, the different so they've included this new piece down below the shield to the left that's going to allow you to offset the placement of the shield for the first time, which I think is pretty dope. And it does look like in some of these cases, not all, but some of them may have the double joints on them. Some of them may not. I love this figure. What do you think about this guy?
Yeah, I do too. I love that they've finally done the fur-lined boots, which I think would look great on the legendary barbarian figure.
Yeah.
I love the soft goods. Mike, MJ Staten says Halvar will complete my Dr. Doom custom. I could see that. You've got some good soft goods there for that. I just love the parts. We've got some nice cloth arm and pants, I believe. I'm not sure what's underneath or what the chest piece is. I'm sure they've showed it. I just didn't see. But yeah, it's a great figure. I love the chainmail. Very different type of chainmail head sculpt. It's not removable, but
if you wanted to make like army build this guy and just make it some sort of like regular,
very cool figure.
I do love the new axe, and I actually love that dwarf blade that he comes with, that little knife, because I've gotten that before with some dwarves before, and they look great. And then here is just a closer look at the accessories. I love that most of the figures, if not all of the figures, come with some sort of dio piece. This guy comes with the little horn accessory, which I love. I love that little horn, which, in turn you could also use that as a mead vessel. Like people would do that as well, drink out of those as well. Because this wave is also all about drinking.
Yeah. Andy, the collector, says, I think he's going to be a sleeper of the wave. A lot of people picking him up for unarmored figures and for civilians and background characters for dios.
Yeah, I definitely could see this guy being one of the harder ones to come by as the wave moves along.
Yeah, it's going to be popular, very popular.
That head sculpt is incredible. It's, straight out of like the Vikings TV show. It looks like what I think, my version of it's a lot like my comic version of Beowulf. I will probably end up with 2 of these so I can make a custom Beowulf. I already have a custom Beowulf on my shelf. Where is he? He's somewhere over there. But I've made a custom Mythic Beowulf just because already need one. Next up, man, I think this is probably my favorite figure out of the entire wave is Igraine, Commander Igraine. So I believe she is the one who's leading up this band of warriors to answer the call. Love this shot by Trevor, by the way. This looks so beautiful. And then here we have a list of like her and all of her stuff. Again, she comes with a little dio piece. She comes with this torch that is not just put there, for the photograph. Like she actually comes with that torch, which I absolutely love. And I'm sure somebody will figure out a way to make that thing light up. And so, this just looks good, man. She is beautiful. Love this figure.
Yeah, absolutely. Brian Carr said about the last Halvar, classic Viking, great job as always. Andy says she's so great. Freak says, just tagged you guys in my story showing off those butt ugly Martians.
Thank you, man. I'll definitely hit that up after the show.
Yes.
I love that we get a version of her with her hair up and her hair down.
Yes.
Here, let me go to her accessories. I love that Bill pointed out what this little square piece is in his breakdown of these figures, and that is it is a clasp that goes around a soft good at the throat, and he said that this was first shown off in the what wave is it where they have like the dwarf 2-pack that comes with like the male dwarf and the female dwarf?
Rising Suns, I believe.
Rising Suns, is that it? Like the female dwarf comes with the same piece, and it's so I don't see any soft goods on her, but I'm
Just
guessing
that
like
fur neck.
oh yeah, there it is. Yep,
That's the only thing I see.
There.
I don't see her wearing it though. Do you?
No, I don't see her wearing it. But he said that's what it was, and he showed a comparison shot, and it looks exactly like what that is. So
I love
I'm sure that's what it is.
The 2.0 boots. So we were getting the legendary Cavalier boots, but now the 2.0 size, which is great. I read yesterday a friend said that the legs and arms are Hadriana's, and the chest is from, I think it's Manisha from the Rising Suns. Is it Rising Suns? Yeah. So.
I do like how Eric pointed out that there was something very role-playing game-esque about the way she's got the armored thigh and knee going into the leather boot, because I agree with that. Like I see that and instantly think, oh, this is some type of like D&D character or whatever. It's that classic JRPG role-playing design of, you know, having armor going into leather. I think looks great. Yeah, to me, this is a home run. Like this checks so many boxes for me. I love this figure. To me, it's my favorite figure out of the wave.
Me too. It is
again
fine.
Standard figure, $42 when it comes out.
Mike says this will complete my Rumple Men's commercial custom. What's Rumple Men's? I don't know what that is. I'm sorry. You have to elaborate on this. Heinrich says it's a great wave. I agree.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Next up, look at this little guy. We have Byler Frost Fur. Again, another regularly priced figure, which I know there's been some conversations about. Trevor, this photo is just incredible, dude. I love this shot. It's so good. Just love him like sitting out in the woods, got a little campfire in the mountains. He's like, I'm frying up some bacon. So look at this little guy.
Yeah.
So
awesome.
So am I correct? This isn't the on the imp body, is it? Is this like a dwarf body, or is this
the same body? Scale? It's an imp scale. So they gave us two versions of the same scale. So they'll be interchangeable parts.
I got you
with each other, and I think also with 2.0 limited, but yeah. So it's the same scale. So it's the same size as the Burris. But yeah, it's fantastic. I love this.
Yeah, I love this little guy. I can see Rob Zamora buying many of these and repainting the heads for sure. Now, here's a question that I wish I would have been live. I would have asked, and maybe somebody did ask this in the live. I had the chat turned off because I watched it later and I wanted to watch the full reveal, full screen. The little Fuzzmonk head that comes with him, has that been scaled down, or is that the same size as the original?
That's a good question.
Thistlethorn.
I think it's the same size. I don't think they scaled it down. Because Thistlethorn, I believe, is a 2.0 figure. Okay. So yeah, but they turned him into like a wintry Fuzzmonk.
Yeah, I love this. I mean,
I love the backpack.
Dude, the backpack, the frying pan,
the dagger gives me kind of like Sting from Lord of the Rings.
Oh yeah. Well, all of this does. I mean, you could definitely make a like a Hobbit, you know, because the Hobbits eventually did get, you know, some armored gear. You know, the backpack, the frying pan. Sam, you know, attacks troll or orcs with frying pans or goblins.
I love that backpack,
dude. This is, and then you get the little campfire, which I believe they showed off, you can
Yes.
take a tea, it's hollowed out, and you can take a
Perfect.
tea light,
Perfect.
sit it underneath, turn it on, and then make it. I'm glad that they thought ahead to do that.
Yes.
That's really dope.
Clever.
A lot of like little dio parts here, but the little, you know, the little pouch here and all kinds of stuff. Again, $42. I know some people, like I had a friend locally that was like, dude, why are these little guys like the same price as the big guys? And I immediately just went to YouTube and I found the video from what was his name? Spectre Toys, the guy who used to work at Mattel. He headed up Matty Collector during the He-Man era, and I because he did a video when the Maximum Profit Spider-Man came out about pricing and about how pricing works when it comes to action figures. And he did this really cool comparison where he took like a, I think it was either a Luke and Bespin gear from Kenner, or it was a Obi-Wan Kenobi figure from Kenner, and he compared it to a Kenner Ewok. And he was like, you can see that they're two different sizes. He's like, but these two figures cost the exact same to produce. And it's because he was like, if you take this like Bespin Luke figure or the Obi-Wan, I can't remember which one. He showed them both, but I can't remember which one he compared. He said, if it takes X amount of dollars to make the tool for this figure, but they might be able to reuse these legs or these arms again in the future.
Right.
He's like, now let's take Wicket. Now,
Tiny.
It's tiny. It's half the size of a regular figure, but now the tool that is cut in metal to the molds that are used to make this figure costs just as much as the tools to make the other figure. So the tooling, the molds, it doesn't make a difference if they're smaller or larger. It's cutting a new tool. It's like creating a new tool. Right. He was like, and unless they make another Ewok, they can't use these tools again.
Right.
They can't get the same amount of reuse out of this tool. So it's a different investment. Right. So they know going in, this larger tool they can probably reuse in the future. This tool, once they run out of doing Ewoks, they can't use it again. So it's a different. So I sent him that video and I was like, just watch this. I mean, it's clear and very simple, and the way he puts that information together is very interesting. Right. And it tells you all you need to know about why a smaller figure costs the same as a larger. It's not about the amount of plastic used. That's pennies. It's about the tools needed to cut. And this guy comes with a lot of stuff. I mean, comes with a lot.
Yeah, for sure. Curtis says the Fuzzmonk head is a Jesse Arnold tribute known as Jeshai Frostfiend. So
I did see Jeremy's update on that because I think it was Jesse's birthday, and then he came out, and I'm glad Curtis gave us that information because I do remember. And what a wonderful little tribute. We're going to be getting back to that here in a minute.
Great figure.
Again, $42. And then next up, we have another tribute figure. This time for Curtis. Burris Bigger Story. Or Burger Story. Because he said that this guy is the mayor of the town of Einsamall. This is the guy who I guess sent out the plea for help. And this is the mayor of the town. And he said that he is the heart of the town. He is the tavern is the heart of the town, and this little guy being the mayor is the heart of the town, heart of the community, and that's what Curtis is. And I believe that was it Burgess or Burger Story. One of those was in a different language. I don't know. Means heart of something. Anyway, it's a tribute figure to Curtis, the imp scale mayor. I love this little guy. You can see everything he comes with. Again, we're getting a big dio piece. We're getting the mug. I believe they said the foam is removable from the mug.
Right.
Again, they understand the perception that a smaller figure should cost less, but they're filling that out with more stuff, which is costing them to do, to produce, like the barrel and, that.
Randall Glowman says, I'm at the beach.
I know him.
And Randall Glowman also said, I like the fire setup. William Houston said, contemplating a second all-in and tooling, it's the details. I agree with you. I'm thinking that I might switch the boots with Burris and put them on the Arctic Wolf guy because I like the gloves and the boots on this figure more than I do on the other figure. So I
could very easily see myself getting 2 of him and 2 of Bilford. What is his name? Byler. Sorry, I'm getting my Hobbit names. We do get an extra goblin head and neck. So if you do want to make a little, little frost goblin, you certainly can. That looks really dope. I just love this. And if we're talking about imp size, and you guys want to know what imp size is, this is the size of an imp scaled next to a standard figure we have right here. That's the size. So definitely Hobbit sized figures here. I'm glad to get a new scale. It's incredible. Absolutely incredible. And before we move on, since most of these characters are gathering at an inn or a tavern, we're talking about Dio pieces. They are giving us a Dio piece here with this tavern set. Now, the table is not included, which is a shame. I really do wish we got a table, but I'm going to have to get me a third-party 3D printed table to put all this stuff on, because this is what we're getting here for $25. Again, we're getting another the same sort of barrel and support piece that comes here, but the end cap is different. You can swap it out and put the little spout on if you want. That little thing, the little top comes off. Get some sausages. I believe they said that these apples were from the Ganesha figure, and the grapes as well.
Yes.
Didn't we get some grapes? Yeah.
Yes.
The plate of grapes. The plate. Yeah, I'm sure it's the same exact one. Just looks a little bit, it's painted different. And then 4 different cups, and then the foam is removable. That's just so dope. And then they did confirm that those are Gaspar sausages. Mm-hmm. So you can put them all in and around your mouth area. This set, $25.
Chris Johnson is in the chat, says, hello, everyone. Freaks and Figures says they're literally the same size as the figure I made for my imp character. Curtis says, thanks, MJ, for I strive to annoy people until they give me what I want. Let's see. Andy says, I said on the screen, I can see the custom barrel toppers being the thing. Oh, yeah, I would love to see
for sure.
more barrel toppers. That would be awesome, for sure.
Yeah, Wolf King Lager. I'm sure we're getting it. It's already in development. When the heroes arrive at the tavern, we see that they meet a character that people are distrusting of, and it's a little shady kind of character, and that is Jakul Ironbones. I love this photograph. I want this throne so bad. Trevor, where did this? Where can one find this throne, buddy? Where did you get this throne? I need to know. So here we have an ogre scale. No, this is not. Is this an ogre scale or is this a regular size figure? I forgot.
That's regular size.
Regular size figure. Oh, that's right. It's right there in my notes. Duh. $42 for this guy. This guy is pretty incredible. I did just put out a whole bunch of mythics last night, and I was putting out, I'm gonna forget his name, but the we did get like an ogre scale figure, right? Not an ogre, an ogre scale figure that was the green orc that was a shaman.
Yes.
Do you remember that figure?
Tharnog?
No, I think Tharnog. Is it? Maybe it is. Maybe you know what?
Barthog or Tharnog? I get those mixed up. There's Tharnog and then there's Barthog, I think.
Somebody in the chat's probably faster than I am. You're right, dude. It is Tharnog. Tharnog, look at you. You nailed it. Those are the same shoulder pauldrons. Not the horn attachments, but those are the same. I noticed when I pulled this picture this morning, I was like, oh, those are the same pauldrons for that bigger figure. I have to say, of all the figures, this is the one that I'm least excited about. But I do like his armor.
I like the stripped down version. There's a stripped down version of him. One of the pictures that Trevor took, and I like that one better.
Yeah,
and that's kind of what I did with Tharnog. Was I took off all the extra and kind of had just the raw figure.
I took his the fur piece off because it was one of those pieces that fell apart fairly easy, and I just put it in a box. I put it in a baggie and put it in a box. I didn't want to ruin it. So mine doesn't have the fur piece. He does come with some nice stuff, though. There's the head. I love that head. We're seeing the other helmeted head again. And then I love these bone weapons.
Yes.
Again, we've seen this bone sword many times before, but these other two weapons look really nice.
I agree.
regular price. Jakul Ironbones, $42. And
Hey,
then
Eric Miller's in the chat. Hey, Eric.
oh, look at that. And Eric painted one of these. Am I remembering
yes,
that correctly?
he painted this one. That's perfect timing for Eric.
Oh, perfect timing. Eric, the blue on this guy is incredible. And that face, the head sculpt is just immaculate. I love that. It's so cool.
Program note, I have to go. But we do have a replacement for me that's on the way. So
okay.
Thank you guys very much. Sorry, Mark, that it's so sudden.
No.
I think it would be done by now. But I'm loving this. I just have to get going. I had to.
All right.
So thank you guys very much. And replacement said he's on the way.
Wow. Okay. So this is happening live. All right, buddy.
Yeah. See you guys. Thank you.
Have a good rest of your day, buddy. All right. So we're going to keep right on going. And then, so what we come to find out is that people are starting to think maybe this guy is causing all the drama, but it turns out that people are running and screaming, and it turns out that his mount is out in the city, and people are now speculating that maybe it's not him, but maybe it is his mount. Isbjorn, the deluxe bear beast. This looks really dope. We kind of knew that we were going to get a second bear once we saw the first bear being revealed. They're like, well, we're going to see that mold again. And I just absolutely love it. This time we have a polar bear, and Eric did talk a lot about in the reveal about how the head, at least this version of the head, is drastically different than the brown bear that we saw, because they, like, polar bears have a distinctly different shape, head, skull, nose, snout area. So that is all new. And then we are joined here by our good buddy from Lansing, Michigan. Here he is, everybody. There he is.
Howdy.
Hey, Curtis. Thanks for jumping on and replacing Greg.
There's no filling of those shoes, mostly because he doesn't wear shoes.
That's right.
But
the filling of the flip-flops.
Yeah.
So Eric, Eric and Jeremy were very gracious. They said, okay, well, we know like this head's going to be different, but people are going to want a snarling, growling, open mouth face. So we are getting the one from the original bear repainted. Mm-hmm. So we can add that. And they said, and don't worry, we also are including the extra head and neck piece that allows him to stand up straight. And man, this looks so good. And I know so many people were excited about the brown bear, but for some reason, I'm more excited about the polar bear. Like, how does that strike you?
Yeah, I've always been a fan of like the winter themed toys. Like when I was a kid, I loved taking like the winter vehicles, and like, you'd get like your Star Wars figures from Empire with their like fur coats and stuff, their parkas and everything, and just take things outside and have fun with it. They also are great with the winter themed photography. I mean, Trevor's pictures on these were just fantastic. So
incredible. With the snow blowing in the background.
Come on. Mentioning on the last figure, Eric did a great job on that. And yeah, I did talk to him this past week. I dropped on Monday how they do that with him. And I'm just so happy for that guy. Like, he is such a talented artist. Definitely struggles, I think, like several of us in this community do, with imposter syndrome, where I think he doesn't really truly appreciate his own work and he questions himself, but he's so damn talented. And then, the fact that these companies have now started to realize this, and he's starting to get work with these other toy companies, including the Horsemen, is just awesome. And he killed it on this. So, but yeah, that's on my channel if anybody's interested.
Yeah, definitely go and check that out for sure. I'm right there with you. I always loved snow themed toys. Now, I actually grew up in Illinois, but we moved from Illinois when I was 12. And so, I did have the ability to go out and play with some toys in the snow. And then we moved to the South, where we'd been ever since. Yeah. And snow is just few and far between down here. We had a really strong winter this last winter, and we did have a snowstorm. And so I was able to get out for the very first time since I was 12 and play with toys in the snow, which was really dope, and take some pictures. But yeah, I'm the same way. I loved snow themed characters, maybe because it was like so different from the environment that I was currently living in when they came out.
Yeah, for me, like living in Missouri, we usually got about like 1 week of like full coverage, snow a year, and that was about it. And you didn't know when it was going to come, but when it did, like I didn't care about toy lines. Like for the most part, like throughout the rest of the year, like He-Man stays with He-Man, Superpower stay with Superpowers, whatever. But like when that week of snow hits, dude, it doesn't matter if you're a winter Arctic themed character, you're going out there and we're making one storyline with everything.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. No, I love this. I am down for this bear. I mean, I know we'll be getting it after the brown bear, but I am excited. I think it's okay. Like I can look at this head and tell that it is different from this head, but not so much that it's going to annoy me on my toy shelf. Like my level of suspension of disbelief is strong enough that I can look at this and go, okay, that's a polar bear, and the same thing here with this. Like I just, but hey, so tell me,
in the chat too. Awesome.
Nice. Yeah, he come in right as we were looking at Jakul.
So I'm with you. I think had they not sculpted the standard polar bear head, I think people would have probably had an issue, because in this form, I feel like you can really tell the difference between this head and the other. But when it opens its mouth and starts growling, I feel like it's close enough that it's not as noticeable. So
now you will probably get two of these and display one like this and one like this. But if you didn't,
I'm probably doing one. I'm probably
really
doing one. Yeah.
So what's your choice? Is your choice to have it standing up and rear, so you can see its full majesty, or are you going to keep it as a mount?
So here, it's not going to be a mount, but here I'm going to probably display it weird compared to other people. I'm going to have him like sitting down on his butt with his back legs underneath of him, and then like sitting upright with the arms. So because I'm going to have him as the Coca-Cola bear. So like this, but imagine his legs out and sitting down, and I'm totally finding a Coke bottle and putting him with him. I work for Coca-Cola, so the fact that this white bear came out in the same wave as a tribute for me, I'm like, dude, it's my Coca-Cola bear. So
this is your entire wave. Yeah, that's so dope. Did you put it with your
sitting on the floor of the tavern, just drinking a Coke as I'm holding court? So
and then here comes the moose and Father Christmas in the door.
Yeah.
Heck yeah, man. I could totally see it. I have not thought about that once until you just said that. So that's absolutely brilliant.
Darla has toyed around a little bit with Dios. She's done some like stairs things for me and some throne room settings and stuff. And I told her, I was like, listen, I'm going to need like a full blown tavern, like a big, like, so either we can drop, several $100s and have somebody make one, or you've got about 1.5 years to put one out. So
get on it. Get on it.
So, if you'd rather keep the money yourself, you go ahead and make it. I'll give you the money. You can do whatever you want with it. So,
well, look, I understand that, he is a mount for Jakul here, but honestly, like I want him to be a mount for this little guy. I kind of want this bear to be this guy's mount. Like I just love the juxtaposition of like little guys and big guys together. Like I would love it if this guy just come riding in on a like on a polar bear. Like that just cracks me up,
I understand why the Horseman didn't do it, but I can't wait to see somebody kind of battle damage up that polar bear. Like based on the story, like he is full blown in a massive brawl with the character you haven't shown yet. And, so I know somebody is going to battle damage this thing up, and I can't wait to see it.
Yeah. This head, with some blood and gore, maybe a scratch, like claw marks across the face. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we know. Yeah, Horsemen are not going to do that. But so just so I can get the regular price for Isbjorn is $80. That's going to be the your pre-order price from the 4 Horsemen. And then we have the actual horror. The polar bear was actually fighting this, who is our stand-in for Grendel in this story, and that is Garmir, the Horror of Einsamall. He is an ogre scale, regularly priced $80. This guy is just absolutely killer. I love this so much. Here's a look at the guy, and then what you're going to get. So you get like this muzzle piece, this massive sword. It looks like it's made out of black ice. An extra smart
obsidian sword.
Obsidian.
Which apparently was designed by Nate Barch several years ago, and it's just been kind of sitting on the back burner, waiting for the right moment.
I remember them talking about
this is it. And speaking of which, I do have an interview with Nate Barch dropping on Monday. Where he
nice.
A little bit about that, as well as many other things. And there's going to be a reveal on Monday during that episode for something for the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. So yeah, check that out.
Very cool. So
but he designed this weapon. Like, I know a lot of people know of the Nate Barch set that he did for like the ogre. Apparently this was a weapon that he did along that same time frame. And it's kind of sitting out there. But yeah, this thing's super cool. I love that weapon.
Yeah, I do too. That thing looks absolutely incredible. 2 different heads, 6 different hands, and then this muzzle. And then, Jeremy and Eric did talk a lot about, I think you can see it better here, about how the belt buckle is, leading in. Yeah, it's leading into some other storylines. Why is he in chains? Why does he have this vampire, belt buckle, this visage of what, kind of looks to me like, is it Baron Voligar? It's kind of like what it looks like to me. Is that right? Is that his name? Is that the character's name that I'm thinking of?
That for what now?
The belt buckle. It looks like
the belt
Baron
buckle of Varg.
Oh,
the little guys that come with the wings, and I don't display them with the wings because I think they look like little bulldogs. If you take the wings off, they're like little guys that just are cool looking. But yeah, they really haven't told us the whole story of this. Yep. The only thing that they've told us is that the people that whoever has armored this wolf is not the same people that have chained this wolf up. So two different groups that we're dealing with here, but more to come on this story. I can't wait to hear it. So
yeah, because it sounds great.
Which head do you prefer on this?
Oh man, for real, like it's got to be the snarling head. Like I think that's how he's going on my shelf. Yeah, because I kind of want him like raged out, like claws, like
I normally would go for that. I really love the detail like inside the mouth and all this and that, but that closed mouth head just looks so iconically Wolfman that I'm like, man, I think I'm gonna have to have that one. I may have to get 2 of them just to have both heads.
Well, they did talk about how the armor is fully removable, so you can take this armor all the way off, right?
Not the lower legs and not the belt. So you could take the belt off, but there's going to be a gap there. But like you can take off the bracers, you can take off the torso piece, you can take off the pauldrons. So you can get the upper body pretty bare, but the lower body, you're still going to have that armor.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, just looking at the lower legs, that would have to be there. So maybe one day we will get the lower legs sculpted somehow.
Totally
and
possible.
You can, yeah, I think that's going to be great. Yeah, this guy looks really, really good. Again, ogre scale, it's going to be retailing for $80. Now, we can do an all-in. So here is the all-in. It is, 8 sets. We can't say 8 figures because of the, this right here, but you are getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sets here. And the all-in price is $375. Now I did do an all-in. This is 2 firsts for me. One, this is the first time that I am ever pre-ordering a wave from the 4 Horsemen. Typically, I don't, because they're typically larger waves. It's a lot of figures. It's typically like $500 to $600 that I just can't afford to part with that much money 18 months out. And then I've also never done an all-in. But this is the first time that I've done both. I'm doing the all-in and pre-ordering from them because really and truly, we don't know about, I want to say retail price. We don't know. We don't know enough. Jeremy in the reveal would sort of vacillate back and forth between this figures like,
ooh, I like that.
Nice word. I do have a vocabulary.
Look that up.
He would kind of go back and forth with saying this figure is like 25% cheaper than it's going to be at retail. This figure is going to be 30% cheaper. I think maybe one time he said 33% cheaper. So there are some prices that are kind of in flux and we really don't know. Bill did a really good, check out Bill's video, because I think Bill did a really good video on what he speculates the pricing might be. So direct pricing, I think Bill said, you're getting these at $42. So he's speculating that the retail price, so retailers like Big Bad Toy Store, any other shops, show prices, if you catch them at shows or cons, it's probably the regular figures are going to be $10 more at $52 per figure. He said, Bill speculated that the Bear, $80 with the direct pricing with pre-order, might come out to be $120 when that figure comes out at shows and cons and retailers. And then Garmir, the ogre scale figure, the big guy, direct price $80. He may retail for $100, so coming in a little under the price of the Bear. So basically, what you're looking at is if you were so you're already getting a price cut. If you pre-order directly from Four Horsemen, if you bought the all-in, you're getting them for $375. If you pre-order from the Horsemen and buy them individually, you're getting them for $395. So it's almost like getting the Tavern set for free. That's a $25 set. You're getting $20 off, so you're saving $20 by doing an all-in. But if you look at the pricing between direct being $395 or $375 plus taxes and shipping and all that, versus what you may potentially pay for the all-in at a retailer or even from the Four Horsemen at cons and stuff, you're looking at approximately $500. That's $120 savings. That's ridiculous.
So here's what I would say here. First off, I think $375 for the all-in is ridiculously low. I think,
agreed.
If this polar bear comes out from any other company, I think you're probably paying $200 for the polar bear alone. So
probably so, yeah.
For this whole thing is ridiculously low. What I will also say, I totally would agree with Mark and Bill. Like this is the lowest price you're ever going to get. This is a new world we're living in. This isn't the world of 2 years ago where you could not order and then maybe the Horsemen are doing a bunch of extra shows. They're doing street team events. They're doing a bunch of shows on the East Coast, and maybe you go to a show or you have a friend go to a show and they pick you up one for about the same price as what they were on pre-order. That world no longer exists. The price that you're getting at tables for the shows is pretty much the same that you're getting from retailers. So that being said, this is the time to buy. And I will tell you, like, there is not a single wave that has gone by that when I've got it in, there wasn't one figure that I was totally underestimating that I was like, wow, this figure is amazing. And so my advice to anybody out there is if you can afford it, get the all in. If you get it, and there's a figure that you just, whatever reason you don't vibe with, you can easily sell it to get your money back or more. You're going to either break even with an open figure. This is not a toy line. There's a lot of toy lines out there that as soon as you open it, the value of the figure goes way down. That does not happen with Mythic Legions. No. You can sell a loose figure for the same price as what you sell one in package. So my advice, like I said, if you can afford it, get the all in. Open these up, see what you like. Whatever you don't like, you can easily trade for something else. You can sell it, whatever you need to do. You're not going to have any problem moving these. So
yeah, absolutely. I did the all in. I didn't buy any extras. I just did the all in, but I do plan on in the future probably getting extra of the two little imp guys. I'm going to get their names wrong.
Dude, I'm getting 2 cases of my figure and I'm getting a case of Jesse's figure. So 24 Burris and 12 for the Byler. No problem. So, but
yeah, absolutely. I agree with you for sure. Like that's those two. Like I need 2 of these little guys just so I can pop and swap. Now I did do the all in for $375. So they hit me with about $29 in taxes, $19 for shipping. So my total was $422.99 or 91 for the all-in. And I have, like I said, I've never done an all-in and I've never pre-ordered directly from them, but this was a wave. It's not that the storyline was so in line with Beowulf. It wasn't really that. It was more of just the collection of figures here. Like everything that we're getting, I'm totally in love with. The only one that I'm kind of on the fences on the fence with is Jakul, but he's like one of those. I think that he may be the sleeper for me. Like I may get that figure in hand to be like, oh, this is really dope. And the way like you can, like Greg was talking about, pare down the armor a little bit, stripping down a little bit, he looks a little different. There's just And I'm so happy with the Dio pieces here. Not only the little individual pieces we're getting with the figures, but the tavern set. I need more of this. I need more of this.
Even today as an adult, pretty much if it snows outside during the year, I'm going to take there's two figures that I take outside. One is Thalen Frostbow, and then the other one is the Ice Troll. Like those are the two that I will take outside and do some toy photography outdoors every year. I can't wait to add this group to it. Like this group added with that, like you're going to be able to create some really cool outdoor photo scenes. And I don't mean to be the actually guy, Mark, but I do have to correct you on something. You've been like mispronouncing the wave name. It is Horrors of I'm So Small.
Oh,
because they put me out as an imp scale, and they're like, Curtis, we know you think you're bigger than life, but you're really a tiny guy. And I'm like, oh, the horror of it. I'm so small. So that's what it is.
Well, the funny thing is that this character right here. So your tribute. What I love about this is that did I? I'm trying to say, where did I have the name of this? I had the name of this.
Burger Story.
Is it Burger like BIR or BIG? Is it Bigger Story or Burger Story?
It's Burger Story. Yeah.
Okay.
Which apparently means Jeremy said it on the reveal special, but I think it means like big helper in like Nordic. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
The thing that they read on it and stuff, not only the bio, but the stuff that he had talked about beforehand. Like I was so just grateful and blown away. It's nothing that I ever expected. People have said something in the past, like, what if you get a tribute? And I'm like, dude, I don't think they're ever going to make a tribute because I am everywhere. And I know some people love me. There's other people that really don't love me. So I was like, I don't think that they're ever going to make a tribute of it because I'm just, I'm acquired taste. So I was very surprised by it, but it's awesome. And they're just an amazing company to even do something like that. And the fact that then they add in the Jesse tribute with the Fuzzmonk head, to where it's, kind of me and Jesse together in this wave, dude, I couldn't be more grateful. So,
were you given any type of heads up to like pay attention to the show or make sure you watch the?
So, I was on with Jeremy the week before they revealed this, right? And there was a question in the chat. It was kind of funny. There's a question in the chat, or a comment, I guess. Somebody had said, I feel like Mythics is taking a back seat this year. There's not really a lot going on with Mythics. And Jeremy just told him to kind of wait, right? Well, afterwards, he's like, just so you know, we're having a reveal special next week. I was like, oh, cool. And he's like, are you guys going to do an after party? Because a lot of times the off-world, we do a show after the reveal special just to kind of talk about it. And I said, I think they're going to do one, but I'm going to be on the road, so I don't know that I'll be a part of it. He goes, but you're going to be watching the reveal, right? And I said, oh, yeah, of course. I mean, I always watch the reveal. So I ended up, we're at the hotel, and I log into StreamYard, and we ended up, the off-world crew that was going to do the after party watched it live together. So we didn't record it, we didn't stream it, but we were watching together. And as it's getting ready to get to this reveal, Trevor's like, all right, Curtis, pay attention. And I'm like, so then they start talking about the scale and they start talking about the gnomes. And I'm just blown away by that because that's something I've been asking for the longest time. And so I thought that's what he was referring to. And then Jeremy goes into the tribute aspect, and I'm like, oh my goodness. Like, and so then I've got like, 6 of my friends on screen, and I'm just trying not to cry in front of them and stuff. So
I'd have turned the camera off and cried. That's what I would have done. No doubt about it.
Yeah. But it was cool because it's like the only travel trip that I've taken this year where Darla went with me because I was going to be in Kansas for a full week. And so any other trip, I wouldn't have had her there with me for that moment. But on that one, I did, which was really
that's
cool.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Terrence says, we were told this was a self-contained wave. So how would the story unfold beyond this wave? I need the rest of the story. I'm sure we will find out. Terrence, also little PSA here, says only 300 swigs left on Store Horseman. Don't walk, run, get yours now. Freaks and Figures says, I think we'll start seeing $54.99 for the standard figure. I don't know. Yeah, it's very possible. I mean, we already had a price increase last year due to the fact that, or maybe this year, due to the fact that retailers, I think, were just unhappy and saying, we don't understand like why your pricing at shows is so cheap versus, the retailer side of things. Like, why would somebody come to Big Bad Toy Store and get a figure for $50 when they can get it from you at the shows for 40 or 45? So they wanted to bring the prices up to make retailers happy. And I totally understand that. And then now on top of all of that, because of, the orange tax, we're now paying more for stuff. So now we're having, now we've had 2 price increases. And so, yeah, you're right. Prices are going up everywhere. Last weekend, I was in Pensacola and I went into a GameStop and they had Star Wars Black Series figures for $32.99 on the shelf. And I'm like, if it's $32.99 at Target, you can best believe I'm gonna leave it hanging there. And I love Star Wars more than anything. I just can't bring myself. I mean, that's a $10 price hike in 2 years. That's insane. Yeah. I can't keep that up.
I mean, the good news is for people that were already buying from retailers, like the price increase that you were talking about last year was table prices. It really didn't increase the retailer price. That has stayed the same. So if it goes up with like this wave, that is going to be just a singular price increase, whether it goes from 50 to 52 or 50 to 55, it's still going to be one increase. And I don't know that it's going to affect people that much. People that haven't been pre-ordering and have been waiting to try to get it from the horsemen at a table, they're seeing a significant price increase. And that's where, like we're saying, during this window, if you can afford it, this is the time to buy it because you're going to get it at the absolute best price. So,
yeah, Terrence says the only answer is all in. And then Terrence says most people I know say they'll cherry pick and then later on they're scrambling to get extras of figures they say they were interested in. Yep, that does happen. I've done that myself. I'm like, I'm just going to cherry pick. And then later on, here I am. I'm trying to scramble to make sure I get one.
Can you pull that screen back up with the 8 things on there? Is that too much trouble? Okay.
No, not at all.
Like I would say, let's say that you looked at this, right? And you said, I like every figure on here, but I don't need the bear, right? But I want 2 of the wolf. Okay. Instead of buying all the figures you want and 2 wolves, you're better off getting the all in and later on trade the bear for a wolf and a couple extra figures or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're still better off getting the all in rather than the singles and then trade for what if you want something extra of another one. So
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. And I really hope people kind of stick to, the whole idea of, so you've got one of the little imps that's 42, but you also have got Jakul that's like 42, sticking with that, well, this is a bigger figure than those, so I'm going to charge you more. No, man, just straight up 1-to-1 trade. That's how friends, that's how we used to do it back in the day. So yeah, I agree.
Yeah, whenever I'm trading, I try to deal with what I paid for the thing that I'm trading versus what you paid for the thing you're trading, not like what it's worth now or whatever. It's like, what are you out of pocket? What am I out of pocket? If you can be happy and I can be happy, hey, let's make it work. So
and then I think this is the last comment I'm gonna pull from the comments right here. Either you love Curtis or you're wrong. And I couldn't agree more. I could not agree more. And speaking of love and Curtis, thanks for hopping on. I did not know Greg needed to go. I'm glad.
Can I show one thing? I missed the whole show.
Absolutely.
And I've just got to do this because this thing is so freaking beautiful that I've got to show it. This is the new Vac Metal Bluegrass.
I'm gonna blow you up.
Super Sub. Now I have made some modifications here because the Vac Metal one is supposed to be reminiscent of the old toy, and so the guitar he comes with is like just a gray, no paint apps. It doesn't have the musical notes. So this guitar and the musical notes come from the first Bluegrass figure. And then same thing with the hat. The hat that he comes with on the new one is just a plain hat, has no paint apps. This is the hat from the first one. So I have kind of merged the two together to create this look. But what I wanted to really talk about was the Vac Metal on here. I'm telling you, it does not show. Like, I can see on camera what you guys are seeing, and I see what I see in person. It's night and day. There's no way to really capture the color of this, and it's the most beautiful color I've ever seen on a figure. If you have a chance to see one of these in person, hold one of these, or buy one of these, I'm telling you, I've got the other Vac Metal ones. This is the coolest looking one by far. It's not even close. So
yeah. Nice. I have him and
so impressed with that.
I have him and Steel Will. Sorry, have him and Steel Will sitting in my pile of loot, ready to ship right now. I just need to go ahead and pull that trigger.
But I would say, man, like, if anybody's out there that's bought the first ones, don't just go ahead and sell them and get, you may want some parts from it. So, and I would also be careful if you're buying stuff from eBay on the Silverhawks, because a lot of people, what they're doing is they're piecing together what they want from the two figures and then selling kind of the leftovers as a figure, but you may not get all the things that you want. So you may see like a bluegrass on there for $18. Well, it's because it's all the leftover stuff they didn't want. So
yeah. I'm going to put one more comment because this one is something I was going to ask Greg to do. But yeah, everybody from Eric, everybody please check out the Legends of Ramayan Kickstarter. These figures look incredible. Like,
and they just dropped a tribute to Cornboy, whose birthday's today. There's a tribute figure that they just announced.
Yeah, this is cool. I'm down for one. I have one, the one that's orange and blue. I'm down with that guy. That's the one I kickstarted.
I think that's the Cornboy one.
Okay.
The new one, the Beast Man looking one.
No. The Ramayan, I think like
the blue skin. Okay, gotcha.
The blue skin with the orange robes because he looks very power lordish. So I went with that one, but I do think I'm going to be getting that tribute as well because that looks fantastic. Yeah, and so
Eric
shout out to Eric.
5 of those figures and just killed it. Did a great job.
Absolutely. Yeah, they look great. So he's right. Yeah, please go check out that and then back it. And then I do believe. If you don't know this, the Horsemen did the sculpts, right? Is that correct?
Yeah, Well, I know they did some of the sculpting. I don't know if they did all of it, but I know they were involved in the sculpting, and then they had Eric do a lot of the painting. He didn't do all the figures, but he did do 5 of the figures. So,
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, please go check that out. Well, because I am quite sure something is probably either burning or on fire, or some of my kids are hurt in the other room because there is no adult paying any attention to them. I am going to go and check on them and make sure that nothing is burnt down or destroyed, or somebody has.
Not that I want your house to burn down, but can I promote one thing real quick?
Please do. Absolutely.
Hedgehog Action on YouTube. He is at like 928 subscribers. He's trying to get to 1,000. Great channel. He does amazing reviews. They do the Saturday Day Live for any of you folks out there that love the Mythic Legions. There's no reason he shouldn't be over 1,000 subscribers yet. So if you haven't already, please jump over there, subscribe. I think he's talking about doing a giveaway at 1,000 too.
Hedgehog Action, please go send. Definitely go over. I will definitely subscribe as soon as I log off. Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in and joining us. I super appreciate it. Thanks to everybody who showed up and hung out for over 2 hours today in the chat. I super appreciate it. Thank you, Greg, for being here and then having to take off, but also making sure that somebody filled your flip-flops, and that was Curtis. Definitely check out Curtis's channel, Art by Ackerman, both on Instagram and on YouTube. But also, I'm telling you, man, his travel toy videos is incredible. I love them. They're my personal favorite. So thank you, buddy, for jumping on and filling those flip-flops today. We will see you guys back next week. Unfortunately, the next 2 will be pre-recorded. I'm sorry. I'd rather give you guys a pre-recorded than nothing at all, because I'll be out of pocket, and that's all on me. So until next time, Curtis.